Agent, please start.
Wait 1 second.
There are 4 participants.
Yeah, there's nobody yet. I need to have the.
Yeah, 1 second. I'm making it wrong. Then, Koji, can you add everyone as, or should add everyone as the host?
All right. Good morning, brothers and sisters. Happy Thursday. So now, let's start off this morning in this prayer vigil by greeting our true parents. 천진 참부모님께 경배. 8호. This morning we'll be reading Family Pledge number 2. 가정맹세 2. 천일국 주인 우리 가족은 창사랑을 중심하고 하늘 부모님과 참 부모님을 모시어 전주의 대표적 가정이 되며 중심적 가정이 되어 가정에서는 효자, 국가에서는 중심, 세계에서는 성인, 천주에서는 성자의 가정의 도리를 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. 2. Our family, the order of Chanokuk, pledges to represent and become central to heaven and earth by attending the heavenly parent and true parents. We pledge to perfect the dutiful family way of filial sons and daughters in our family, patriots in our nation, saints in the world, and divine sons and daughters in heaven and on earth by centering on true love. 2. Now, to open us up in prayer this morning, I'd like to ask Mila Paukin, do you mind praying for us?
Good morning, brothers and sisters. Let's pray. Beloved Heavenly Parents, we gathering here with the American movement to really connect to you. Heavenly Parents, we are so grateful to live in here and also in the Providence with our beloved daughter and daughter, our true mothers. We are trying to be one heart and one body. We worked so hard. The divine principle is our guideline, and many things that happened over our lifetime, and definitely you are guiding us and our ancestor and with us to try to go back to our original position, original being as your sons and daughters, to really feel your love. You gave us everything and created this whole universe, that like all creation, they are waiting us to really feel your love through us. Please guide this morning, listening to the little mother's memoir, and the brothers and sisters our sharing, and to really become one. Thank you so much, Heavenly Parents. I sincerely offer this prayers with all brothers and sisters. My name is Mary Pokan Tungur, representative families. Aju.
Aju. Thank you. All right. So now we're going to go into our stretches, our morning stretches. So All right, so let's start by raising our left hand over our head, creating crescent pose, I think it's called. Yeah. Take a deep breath. Get air into your lungs. Nice. Switch sides. I'll try to lean a bit more into it. Get the stretch in your side too. Nice. All right, now stretch both arms up. Go side to side. Then bring your arm, I guess backwards, go down like this. Other side. Make sure to breathe. I think stretching is like half of it is just breathing. So make sure you breathe. Now bring your arms down. You can do some arm circles here. Feel the blood flowing a little bit. Nice. Yeah, it's kind of hard if you're sitting next to someone. Sorry. Other way, forward. All right, roll your shoulders back. Nice. And forward. Oh my gosh. Uncle Roger. His cat's on his shoulder. Wow, that's goals. Okay, now you can rotate your neck. Roll your neck. All right. Okay, so again, yeah, sorry, that was upper body only. Tomorrow I'll just do lower body. Yeah, we're ready to receive now. So, brothers and sisters, let's go into our breakout rooms where we can share our gratitude, and we'll come back and we'll share all together. See you in a few minutes. Welcome back, everyone. I really love my breakout today. So I'd like to ask Kyoe-san, Kyoe Parker, would you mind sharing your gratitude to everyone?
All right. Good morning, brothers and sisters. Thank you. My gratitude is first I found GoFund to Akinobu Iwasaki some ceremony. I was looking for, but I couldn't find, and I thought they didn't settle yet. But last night I found, and actually it was from almost a week ago they're doing, and they all already reached a goal already. And so I'm grateful to everybody for chip in too. And another thing is as always morning stretch, because I'm living in Nani, so I was picking up and put her down my 10-month-old baby, so I can realize how much my back was very tight. So I'm grateful. Thank you, Agent. Yeah, and also I'm one more witnessing in the campus, European campus, and I was using a black book, but everybody's idea, so I changed 3 hours DP to shortened, and at the same time I got to introduce mother's memoir, and in the same time, so mother, when the memoir published, she said, use this for anything. So now I want to do that and do knowledge and more spirit, her spirit through the memoir I want to teach. So I'm grateful when I break out and I was asking other people what to do for New Way. And many people tell me what they are doing. So give me so much inspiration. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Wow, so much humility, willingness to learn. Thank you so much. Let's have I believe Keiko-san, also in my breakout. You can quickly share your gratitude as well. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. I really felt so sorry about the second generation that passed, and then I'm sure it's very, very special condition that contributing that way, that it's like such a hard, difficult time in our church. I came to America 1973, and we people who came around that time, this is 50 years anniversary. So we wrote testimonies and publishing book. But in November, early November, we're going to meet at East Garden. And then, yeah, so really grateful that still, I'm healthy and basically I can do things like, and Kyoe-san said, I also do some campus witnessing, and I'm grateful some student, I'm over 70 and then who is interested in talking to some, grandma. But anyway, some people do really. And somebody studying divine principle. Anyway, we every week right now. And then so anyway, they are grateful that we still have health. And I can also work with my husband, because many people in our group that lost a spouse, and then spouse is sick and all kinds of things, and then so really we are given health, that's really God's blessing. So really have to use it to best way. And divine principle gave me life when I was 18 years old, and then it's very clearly answer the question of life, and that's most precious for me, and I like to share whatever possible. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Keiko-san. All right, so now let's move into our reading of Mother of Peace. And then Dr. Thomas Ward will be reading and also giving us small guidance, so our reflection. So yeah, let's welcome him up.
Thank you, Yejin, and good morning to all brothers and sisters. So we'll be picking up from the second part of this next chapter of the Mother of Peace today. Yeah, if we could go on to the text. Thank you so much. As if struck by something, just remember Mother had just introduced herself. As if struck by something, Father Moon spoke very softly to himself. Pak Jahan has been born in Korea. Pak Jahan was born in Korea. Pak Jahan was born in Korea. After saying this 3 times, he began expressing gratitude to God, saying, "You sent such a magnificent daughter named Pak Jahan to Korea. Thank you." Then Father Moon spoke to me as if he were asking me to gather my resolve. Pak Jahan, you will need to make sacrifices in the future. Yes, I replied, surprised at my own forwardness. On the way home on the train, my mother and I thought the encounter was curious. How strange, she said. Why would he repeat that you were born in Korea 3 times? As we fell into silence, I contemplated the word sacrifice. The word Father Moon used took on a meaning different from what I had learned in textbooks. What he was alluding to was a higher dimension of sacrifice, a nobler and more complete sacrifice. What you sacrifice is important, but why you make that sacrifice is even more important. As I listened to the rhythmic rumble of the train and looked out the window at the scenery as it slipped by, I couldn't stop thinking about what Father Moon had said. I thought about what I might need to sacrifice for. From that day, the word sacrifice was engraved in my heart. Thinking back as the person called to live as the Mother of Peace, I realized that over time, sacrifice became a name I could call myself. Yes, so maybe if we could look at the first slide again, please, just for a moment. Thank you, Shojin. This is a very unusual encounter, and I just wanted to share an experience that I had that I think is maybe helps to contextualize it. Certainly, it's not at all on the same dimension, on the same level, but it helps to contextualize, I think. One time I came to East Garden with a political leader, and it was the political leader and also his assistant. And the assistant was, I was always impressed by this person's heart and attitude, just very, very humble and very, very clear. And anyways, we went to East Garden, and Father and Mother spoke to this politician. I don't know how, it was a dinner, probably it went for 2 hours, 2.5 hours. And at the end of the meeting, they took a few pictures, and then everyone left. And then Father just said, I don't know how many times, the same thing. He said, the assistant to that politician is such a special man. The assistant is such a special man. He's such a special person. And actually, that person didn't even speak, but just right away, Father had that amazing ability to read a person's heart. And so this passage, it just, it shares with us that first encounter that Father had with True Mother. And right away, he understood how special she was. So if we can then move on to the second slide here. In the in the second slide, I find this maybe this is the key word or key phrase, if you will. He said that the word Father Moon used took on a meaning different from what I had learned in textbooks. What he was alluding to was a higher dimension of sacrifice, a nobler and more complete sacrifice. What you sacrifice is important, but why you make that sacrifice is even more important. You know, true parents have said that, you know, even there are martyrs. They live their whole lives in a certain way, but because their attitude was not right, somehow when they went to the spirit world, they didn't go to where they expected to go, because somehow maybe their attitude or the view that they had about sacrifice was not the right sacrifice. And I was reflecting yesterday. We had the Sungwa ceremony at Barrytown for Jeffrey Kaluba. It was a very beautiful ceremony, and Pastor Nalkimbi was there and shared some very beautiful thoughts. And his father and mother also shared very beautiful thoughts about their son and about their attitude towards the sacrifice. And just the whole scene, it made me reflect again on the passing of Hungjanim, you know, when somehow at different times a sacrifice is needed. And it was amazing the way in which that sacrifice took place. It was amazing that Father asked True Mother to stand up and to speak and to share about the passing of Hungjanim and the meaning of that passing. But also, like a couple of days before Hungjanim passed, he passed at a hospital in Poughkeepsie. My wife and I, my wife was in the hospital just about a month ago. He passed in that hospital. And it's now a secular hospital, but it was a Catholic hospital. And there was a chapel in there. And Father went into that chapel before they disconnected Hungjanim from whatever type of respirator and things that were there, because they saw there was no hope. And Father offered this prayer, sacrificing his son. And when he sacrificed Hungjanim, he said that he was sacrificing Hungjanim for the unity of Judaism, Christianity, and the Unification Church. And he said he was sacrificing his son for the unity of Korea, Japan, and the United States. And he said he was sacrificing his son for the unification of true parents and their family and the members of the Unification Church, as well as for the unification of all the races of the world. And then based on that particular prayer and sacrifice, Father declared the day of the victory of love. So the point is, what you sacrifice is important, but why you make that sacrifice is even more important. And that's these words from True Mother have so much meaning because she has lived by those words. So if we could turn to the third passage there, it says, from that day, the word sacrifice was engraved in my heart. Thinking back as the person called to live as the mother of peace, I realized that over time, sacrifice became a name I could call myself. So when we read these words, I think of Confucius, you know, and I'm sure many of you are familiar with that famous quote of Confucius, who says, you know, at 15, I set my heart upon learning. And what True Mother is saying is at 13, I set my heart upon sacrifice. And then Confucius goes through all the stages of his life. I'm not going to read them all, but if you please Google if you haven't read it. At 15, I set my heart upon learning. But he said at the end of his life, he said, at 70, I could follow the dictates of my own heart. For what I desired no longer overstepped the boundaries of right. And that just perfectly depicts what Mother says. I realized that over time, sacrifice became a name I could call myself. So anyway, that's my my reflection on this beautiful passage, which in which Mother kind of shares with us the essence of her life course. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Ward, for that deep sharing. Yes, let's reflect on the sharing in this passage, and we'll go into breakouts to discuss with each other something we gained. So let's go into breakouts.
Yeah, we should. We get 18 again.
Hello, everyone, again. Welcome back, everyone. So we won't have a representative sharing today, but we do have a really special testimony of one of the youth missionaries. Yes, one of the missionaries, GPA missionaries who went to see True Mother. And he's you've seen him for the past 8 days before me. And he's a really special brother. Really gives his all. So yeah, let's hear him about his experience with True Mother. So let's welcome up Jungpil Jin.
Hello. Yeah, so today I'm gonna be talking about my experience with True Mother at Vegas. Yeah, I think before even receiving True Mother, we received a guidance from, not really a guidance, but we received a small talk from Yonanim, just talking about how much Yonanim, or not even just Yonanim, but how much True Mother really is longing to meet all the second gen. And when Yonanim saw us, like how much joy like we brought to her, and how much joy that we could even bring True Mother too. And so, yeah, just hearing more personal stuff about True Mother really helped set the tone to receiving her. And when that day did come, like just hearing about her wanting us to understand our original value, not just as God and true parent son, but as like pure water, as second gen youths, like how much impact we can make to the world if we constantly move, if we constantly really share this blessing that we were given, and really share the understanding that we are God's and true parents' children, but we also have this blessing that were given to us by true parents and by heavenly parents. And so, just going back to this idea that we're here to help spread God's love and God's lineage to all the brothers and sisters that are so limited in God's love because of the circumstances of the world, and how important it is for us to not get swayed by the environment, but to really keep strong and keep faith in God, and even in True Mother too. Um, yeah, and yeah, just hearing a lot of her pain from, yeah, seeing like how she wasn't able to prepare the environment for us to be received by the world, but how much pain it must have brought God and true parents to watch second generations to continue to have to yeah, go out witnessing and go out to establish this channel because the environment wasn't ready. The environment wasn't prepared for the second generations to come. And so just her emphasis on us to really go back to our original value and to go back to this mindset that we are pure waters, and that the only way pure water can remain pure water is if we keep moving. Because if we stay still, we'll end up getting swayed by the environment. We'll end up getting distracted by the environment, and we'll lose focus and lose sight of who we are as God's children. So just this um, mindset that we have to keep moving, we have to keep sharing about who we are. We have to be proud. We have to really be strong in our faith, and then also her desire for us to really pursue our passion. Um, and really be the best in our field so that we can testify, so that we can really share who God and true parents are in the field that we excel. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you, Jungpil. That felt like a mini sermon. Yeah. Whenever I talk to the GPA missionaries, it always feels like people are just giving mini sermons. So yeah, thank you. Thank you. So just some quick announcements. Yeah, always as usual, please invite someone if you think they might be interested in hearing more about the Mother of Peace and in meeting our community. And also please donate. Tech should be putting a link in the chat, or you can donate online, or you can, if you have any questions, you can always email Yasu. And yeah, I believe that's it. So I'll pass the spotlight to Takino-san for Chanshimon prayer and announcements.
Right. Okay. Thank you, Aging. Good morning, brothers and sisters. Yeah, I don't have any special announcement today, so I like to invite from Chonshin, New Jersey, Reverend Higuchi.
Please join me in prayer. Yeah, Heavenly Parents, thank you for brothers and sisters attending this morning and prayer vigil, and in the Chonshin, New Jersey. Connect all the brothers and sisters' heart together here to you. Have conversations with you. You can truly come to our body to enjoy, to handle, manage, dominate all things through us. Or your heart, especially this second generations, and the first generations came recently, and then meet through mother in the last years. The older second gen, the older new first gen, young generations is made her hope and joyful spirit. And then because of your sacrifice, and through mother, through parents' sacrifice, those are first generation to early missionary sacrifice. And all the first generations made so much effort to raise these children. Thank you. Because through parents, we had overcame those difficulties, and even your sacrificial life made us connect with you. Thank you. We now got the Chonshin here to connect with you, has conversation with you, and how grateful this environment. I'm really making a pledge to work for you, to devote our life to you, to build heaven on earth together. Thank you, I pray. My name, Luke Higuchi, Blessed Center Family. Aju.
Aju. Now let's go into our unison prayer. Please feel free to unmute everyone. Let's pray together.
Dear Heavenly Parent, we thank you
Your most beloved
for
Heavenly
our
Father,
day. We thank you for
That's a wonderful life. Good morning. I truly appreciate you give us such a wonderful new life.
経験と
Celebration one and some other join heavenly visitation.
考え、
Support
リフレクションを
community to
学するということは、
environment
本当に
that will
素晴らしい。
I mean unity and community
本当に笑顔と
in
本当にその
Asian
嬉しいインスピレーショ
Fisher
ン
village
や喜び
really want to
何をして
do
る
the
かとい
very
うと
best
そういう
we
報告
can
を
to
自分とできたということ
solidify America
なことですけれども、
and pray for the leaders,
こ
heavenly
の攻撃を
parents, their original march and
ね
really make a difference and trusting and the
インスピレーションを
the parents
頑張って 一緒に私たちチームを育てていけますように Mr. Facilitator said, in New Jersey Family Church パーソンが願っているを発売できるように、Jersey のメガチャーチベブルームのメッセージをどのぐらいそのオーガニゼーションがするのかを見ますけど、オーガニゼーションがなければならないし、私もなくね、頑張ってしていたこの配分として、最後の終わる人
Change this world, bring this world back. Realize the love of others restore our sight for your life, for your liberty and hope. For spirit for the desires of heart, individual families. All right. Thank you, everyone, for your prayers. And yeah, let's just move forward together and support one another as a community. And yeah, that's all we can do, right? So, all right. So thank you, everyone, for coming. And yeah, I hope you have a really good Thursday, and I'll see you tomorrow again for tomorrow's call. So thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Rita, Tom, and Rita, nice to talk with you this morning.
Thank you. Thank you.
Meet everyone.
Thank the Lord. Yes.
Thank you,
Thank you so
Jean.
much.
Thank you,
You're welcome.
Thank you, Dr. Ward.
Today,
Thank you so much.
so much.
Bye-bye.
All right, so I'm gonna end the
God bless
call.
you.
Tech
Thank you,
in
Agent.
5,
Thank you.
4, 3,
you,
2, 1.